Hey chat, how are you? Sighs in an exhausted manner. So, Carolyn and her mom, Lizard Lips Fisher, drove to Arcata, which is a 5.5 to 6 hour drive north, to visit Liz's sister slash Carolyn's aunt, Suzanne. It was a 2-night cha'a that left Saturday morning, returning Monday afternoon in a few hours. 2, 3, hopefully, this afternoon. They planned it a few months ago. Carolyn is missing our anniversary weekend. Today is actually our 7-year wedding anniversary. And a few months ago, when they were booking things and putting things together and planning and whatnot, she said, "Is that okay if I miss our anniversary weekend?" And I said, "No. I mean, who's going to shave my back?" I didn't mind. It's fine. Today, Monday, is actually our date anniversary, May 25. And we're going to go out to eat next Sunday. So it's fine. I did buy her some flowers and a sweet, cute card, but I was cool with it. I mean, it was an adventure that she got to go on, and I want that for her, and I want her to experience different things and do fun things. So Saturday morning, we said our goodbyes. No tears were shed, but I did wave goodbye to the train, and then you could see me in the rear view mirror getting smaller and smaller, like the end of every Steven Spielberg movie. She said, "I'll send you a ton of pics." And I said, "Thanks, honey. I'm going to send you a ton of pics of the same shit you see every weekend." But off to the gross out I went at around 7:15 a.m. The biggest news, breaking news, everybody, from the Grocery Outlet Bargain Market in West Sacramento. Young Noah, fresh out of high school, got his motorcycle license. Yeah, and he pulled up. He's got some funky colored, looks like an off-road dirt bike. I have no idea. But he walks in, he was wearing his helmet, he had the leather jacket going. He's got that look. He looks like Fonzie. Hey. But so he was telling us about it. Mostly Carla. I was in passing. But Carla gave him a hug, and I was like, when do I get a hug, Carla? But heard a little about his adventure, getting his motorcycle license, his dirt bike license. And I said, "Congrats, dude. You're doing grown-up tangs. Sadness will soon follow." And I thought, this is why I need my woman, because she's missing out on all our friends' momentous personal achievements. I head to the Walmart. The yellow stickers were rampant as far as the eye could see. They got donuts for Lennox, salads for the wifey. They had a carrot cake from their fresh bakery section, half off, from $12 to $6. I was so close to buying it. So close. But I'm on track. I'm low carb. I'm keto. I'm paleo. So I passed. I get home with all of our groceries from the gross out and the Walmart. Luna helped me bring in the groceries. Usually it's just me and Carolyn. But she woke up, she got out of bed, and she helped me bring everything into the kitchen, up the stairs, into the kitchen, and I said, "My queen, my diva." So Carolyn's main concern was me not being able to put away groceries, specifically the frozen stuff, because our freezer, there's not a lot of space, and I would say it's already at 80% capacity, give or take 5%. So she said, "You don't know how, you don't know what you're doing. You're going to do it wrong." And I said, "Well, I don't know about wrong, but I may not do it exactly to your specifications and standards, darling, because me don't know how to put groceries away. When me was single, me never went supermarket. Me big, dumb, strong, handsome man who lifts. Me don't know anything without my woman. If you drop me off in a city with cash and a credit card, me don't know how me would find my way around. And if this sounds oddly specific and personal, it's because it is, but me not giving away the full details here. Follow me on Patreon for all the hot goss." But I was just like, food, refrigeration, does not compute. It's fine. I did it. I did my best. And that's all you can ask for. Putting away groceries, so I usually we bring stuff in, and then she puts everything away because it's her kitchen, it's her domicile, and she likes things done a certain way. But I did it all myself this Saturday. But putting away groceries is a workout. You're bending over, you're squatting, you're moving, your hips be rotating. They don't lie. And the freezer already packed to the gills. And so I thought, well, what can I put in the fridge that will be fine and that normally should go in the freezer but will be fine in the fridge? Because when it says keep frozen in all caps on various frozen items, freezer products, keep frozen is a lie. So I started making hard decisions. Cauliflower rice, straight to the fridge. Frozen broccoli, straight to the fridge. Eggo waffles, to the fridge you go. Ice cream, to the fridge for you. Fruit Riot, which I bought because some buff guy walking in a Costco while talking to his telephone told me was a healthy snack. Refrigerator. Yeah, that's right. I made the decisions that people are too scared to, that no one has the cojones to make. Making the tough decisions, Vince Necklace, 2026. But you know who's behind keep frozen in all caps? Big Freezer, them, and Disney. So I began settling in, groceries put away, and instantly I realized best thing about this single dad life, I get to leave the toilet seat up all gosh dang weekend. Woo! This is living. So my missions, should I choose to accept them: 1, get Luna to and from work on Saturday. Easy peasy. Darling daughter, simple. She's a sweetie pie. She's a dear. So that check, done. Job number 2, mission number 2, Lennox cannot spend the night at his friends' houses. You had 2 jobs. So Saturday night, he heads out. So Saturday evening, 6 p.m.-ish, he heads out to Lincoln Winds, and they say home by 9. And then at 8:50 p.m., I text him. I got his real-time location on Google Maps. 8:50 p.m., he's still at Lincoln Winds, and I text him, you best be leaving. And you want to know how I spelt it? The letter U, space, B-E-S-S, space, B-E, space, L-E-A-V-I-N, apostrophe. Yeah, I was serious. Walks in at 9:08 p.m. That's fine. He stays up all night. Again, cool. He's on a call with his friends. They're video gaming and they're fragging or whatever. FPS. Minecraft. I don't know what the heck they play, but he's loud. He's boisterous. It's fine. I don't mind it. Luna closes her door. I close my door. We go to bed. 3:36 a.m. Remember, he hasn't slept. He wakes me up. And by wake up, I mean he hits me or pushes my shoulder or smacks my fist. Or he startled / shook me awake to ask if he could go to our condo gym, which is 200 steps from our front door. And I said, yeah, that's fine. You don't need to ask permission to walk 200 feet from our front door and remain in our condo community. But thanks for asking, I guess. He ended up going to Lincoln Wynn's block. Didn't go inside. Lincoln was up, but it was too early for his parents to be having 2 friends over at 4 a.m. or whatever. So he was with his friend Kave. So they walked around Lincoln's hood. And for several minutes, half hour, something like that, I'm watching him the whole time on my Google Maps. I'm like, what is he doing? What is he thinking? It's dark. Like DMX said, it's dark and hell is hot. I don't know. But listen, youth getting into all sorts of wacky hijinks. I love that for him. I'm all for it. I did my own back in the day. But yeah, it was it was definitely a thing. And he came home about 5:30 a.m. when his phone was dead. But I had to face the question, did Lennox fib to me? He says he's going to the gym. Yes, you can go to the gym. Hightails it to Lincoln Wynn's hood block. And I'm like, is that a lie? Unwittingly? Malicious intent? there? Nah, I don't think so. And it's obfuscation, maybe. Obfuscation. Maybe not giving 100% upfront disclosure. And lying to your parents is a rite of passage. Let's be honest. I still do it to this day. Am I right? Our cat, Frankie Blue Nicholas, vomited twice. As Luna said, he misses Madre. And I said, yes. But does he need to express this yearning with barf? And then after a second vomit, he pooped right after. Like, he went to this litter box and he did his thing. And it was like, when he does his thing, or when he's covering up his thing, shoveling the litter to cover up his feces, it sounds like he's taking a sand. And oop. It sounds like he's taking a sand bath. Like there's a construction site going on, or he's doing he's conducting like an archaeological dig, and he's excavating some dinosaur bones from the 1100s or whatever. He just needs a shovel and a Caterpillar tractor trailer. He got some quality Claire time. So Claire was hanging out. I let her in our atrium. Frankie came down. They touched noses. They got a little one-on-one personal time. And then out of nowhere, Claire bolts it right up our stairs, like Carl Lewis in 1984 Olympics. And thankfully I grabbed her before she had a chance to get past me. But she started, her claws were going everywhere. She was freaking out. And I gently, I tossed her out the front door. And I said, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. But yeah, she's been around. We haven't seen her for a week or so, but thankfully she's doing fine and dandy. I made a Vincey-do list. I made some window screens, 3 brand new window screens. So 2 of our window screens had 9 pieces of tape on it. And this is like, it's window screen tape. It's allegedly looks like a window screen. But when Frankie makes a hole, it's like, oh, just patch it up with this piece of tape, and it looks like crap. But 1 piece of tape, 2 pieces of tape, one window had 5, the other had 4, and it's been bugging the crap out of me for months now. So this weekend on my Vincey-do list, I was like, I'm going to make 3 new window screens, and which is what I did. I go downstairs to the garage, I cut, I paste, I spline like there's no tomorrow. But I did leave 1 window screen, has a small, thin piece of tape on it. So when Frankie looks at it, he never forgets what a bad boy he be. Our front porch, it's been windy. Our front porch leaves, cobwebs, refuse. So I vacuumed it, attacked it with gusto and reckless abandon. And my little duster mop, it looks like a giant Q-tip with a furry head on it. Got the cobwebs, got all the leaves out of there, shook out our front doormat. Disgusting stuff flying everywhere, but it looks golden now. Balcony, so Carolyn has 2 dead plants that have been sitting there for a couple months. And she was like, can you toss these plants? And I said, yes, darling. So 2 out of 3 plants are gone from the balcony. Rip. Regarding balcony, the birds are back pooping, but I'm over buying balloons every 3 weeks from Dollar Tree to ward them off. We're going to look into those pinwheel spinny things that go round with the slightest bit of wind to ward off the birds who shit on our balcony. The spider light. So we got the fluorescent light above on the ceiling in our kitchen, and it has a cover over it. And a few days ago, I see this dark figure appear in the cover, in our kitchen light cover, and I was like, that looks like a spider. And you can see its legs, like it's silhouetted 8 legged spider leg. This is like, oh, weird. So I brought up our ladder from the garage. I removed the cover, and lo and behold, yep, there was a dead spider in there. By the way, that thing was disgusting. I used two Clorox wipes just to clean it up, the inside of the cover, and it was still dirty. And I was like, I don't want to waste any more time, and no one's really gonna notice it except me. It'll keep me up at night. And then the lights need to be changed out. So there's 4 lights total, fluorescent lights. 2 are out. One is about 40%, and then the 4th one is perfectly fine. But I was like, I don't want to change out the lights right now. I already got a lot of stuff going on. But we'll probably wait till the 3rd one goes out and then just replace all 4. But when we replace all 4, it is bright AF. But yeah, we get used to it eventually, or it just it darkens a little over time, as fluorescent lights tend to do. I cut my toenails. Listen, when you face difficulty putting on your socks, or as they say in Spanish, calcitenes, it's time to take your dogs down a notch or two. I was putting on my socks just for everyday whatever, and part of it would get caught on a toe or two, a nail or two, and I was like, time to give myself a light pedicure. I put new shoelaces on my sneakers. I got white shoelaces. They was getting dirty, musty, a little gray, and I want to wash my entire sneaker from toe to heel, but I don't know how to do that. Reddit/Google/YouTube are inconclusive on an easy solution, but I did change out my white shoelaces, the brand new white shoelaces, and it looks lovely. G'd up from the feet up, like Snoop Dogg says. And then I wiped bird poop from both our cars' windshields with Windex. Some things I noticed: our bed has been half made the past few days and half messy. The messy half is where I sleep, and then the half made remains untouched because my wifey no around. Wifey absent. But I did some laundry. I smashed out some orange yesterday, and I tossed my pile of clean clothes right where Carolyn sleeps. And then in the middle of the night, I sidled up to it and I said, "Oh, baby, you so cottony." So Carolyn will be home 5 hours, hopefully. They're going to hit the Continental Brekkie at their telly and then head on home. So she'll be 2, 3, hopefully not too much later than that. And so it's been a weekend. It's fine. The kids are old enough. They can take care of themselves. Lennox, I got to wrangle a little. I got to rein him in. But he's a good kid and he's fun to take care of and hang out with. But I've been existing, but I ain't been living this weekend. It's like in White Man Can't Jump. Yeah, you're listening to Jimi Hendrix, but you're not hearing Jimi Hendrix. So I'm alive and I'm doing my thing and I'm continuing on, but I'm not living my life. I'm not to the fullest capacity. Though my life has been on play, yet when Carolyn left, I hit the pause button on it. I know, crazy. And we can survive, we can live, we can continue on, but a crucial piece is missing to the jigsaw puzzle that is our life and our lives. And so I will welcome back my wife to our home. But she's been eating good food. She's been hiking redwoods and going to the beach and hanging out there, and like she's had a fun little weekend. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be quite the come down back to yellow stickers and trying to get Lennox up to go to school. Well, that's life, I guess. Alrighty, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm Audi 5000 G Money. Gotta go late. See ya. Fiend.